What's up, you guys? It's Callie Carroll, aka Fit Coach, coming to you not about fitness at all. I'm talking about baby stuff again. So this is postpartum with Fit Coach, and that's just because, you guys, I had a baby. That's right. Again, I did it. Oops, I did it again. So I've got my 12-year-old, my 14-year-old, and now my 7-week-old Quincy Scott, who's absolutely amazing. And here's the deal. Having a baby in 2004 is a little different than having a baby in 2019. So when I got pregnant, I asked my friends, because that's what I call them, what do I need that's new and innovational and awesome? Or do I just buy my kids the same box that everybody else played with? And that's just absolutely fine, right? And there were a couple things, a couple musts that they talked about, which led me to what I'm going to talk to you about today. The Windi Fridababy Windi, whatever. And it started with the nose Frida, right? So somebody told me I have to get this. They brought it in for me to watch them actually sucking, how this booger sucker works. I'm not talking about this one today, but I was like, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. You're gonna suck boogers out of your kid's nose. And then I discovered, you know what? It's actually really cool. So what else does these Frida people have, these baby Fridas have that I need? And I started looking, of course, after the fact, right? After you've already had your shower and you just have the one. And somebody, I wanted the nail Frida. So the nail Frida is meant to be where it can't actually cut their little skin. I can put this on my finger and push as hard as I can, like that. And it's not cutting my skin, AKA I can't cut my little baby's hand when I cut his nails, but I most certainly can cut his nails. So I loved the nail Frida. And then some people were talking about the Windi. And I thought, well, that sounds just different. Okay, so here we are. We're chatting about the Windi, and this is my feedback on what I think about this baby. So Fridababy Windi, this is gonna be the one that's for their gas and colic relief. And as you can see, baby is toppled over, showing you that their butt needs to poop right there in their picture. Very good marketing. This one stick right up their nose. Aren't these great? I actually really like them. They're adorable. Okay, so my rating of the Windi, you guys, is A+. I don't know. I liked it. I think that it actually does what it's supposed to do. But here's a couple different things about it. Okay, so you buy this little kit, and it's meant to basically almost be, to me, it just seems like a little enema, right? So you stick this little thing up their tushy, and it stops it so it's just a small amount, and it kind of makes this air opening so whatever air's in their belly can come out. So first time I used it, okay, you get it home, you open this baby up, there's 8 in there, I believe. It's really hard to open. It's childproof. You don't want your baby opening the sucker on their own, trying to do it themselves. No, you don't. Okay, so it looks like so. Little Windi Frida, all right? And this is the little part that goes in their tushy. There's a hole in there so the air can go through, right? And then poop can literally shoot through. This is the poop shooter. So first time I did it, you get it home, I read all the directions. I'm like, oh my God, I hope I'm doing this right. I'm not torturing my kid. Maybe I YouTubed videos like you guys might have just done now. And it says, first you want to rub their tummy and lube up your little guy. Any sort of oils, coconut oil. I just literally went downstairs and grabbed my coconut oil that I use. Naturally expressed, blah, 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 refined, organic coconut oil, whatever, some coconut oil, okay? And first thing that I've discovered is that it's really important. You want to have a little station, have a blanket out, all right? Have the diaper underneath their little tush, because you might get nothing or you might get a lot, which I'll talk about in 1 second here, all right? So you put that out, you have the little diaper out that's ready to catch, and then you want to give them a really good massage. You want to warm up their belly area. Even a warm washcloth to put on their belly first, because for my little Q, his tummy gets really hard, and then he sits there and he's he'll eat and I'm like, what is he doing? And his tummy hurts. It gets a little hard. So you take your oil, and by the way, I love massaging just with this oil because it's so slippery. I feel like it's better than any lotion that I've used. And I just do little circular motions around his belly, which he seems to really like anyways. So now it's warm and you've got everything moving in that area. No matter what, this is a win. Even if you don't Windi, a win. Now you're rubbing your little baby's belly to get things moving, right? To make them feel better. Step 1. All right. Then after you've done that a little bit, I don't know about you guys, but I just push my little baby's feet up, push him up, pull him back, push him up, because just like the squat potty, the potty squat or whatever, where you want your legs up, so you got a little bit of right? You're doing the same thing for your baby. You're giving them a little so that their feet are up and they can give a little a push. So now you're kind of giving them some pushes up and you're rubbing their little belly. And then you take this guy and you make sure you lube it up real good. Don't touch your Frida and then stick your hand in your oil and back and forth. Not a good idea, right? Grab a little bit of your oil, lube this little guy up, and you're just gonna very gently have their legs up, very gently push it up. They shouldn't even have a reaction. There's no whining, there's no crying. They don't even know what's going on. And then when it goes all the way in, it might do nothing. If it does nothing, you pull it back out and you try the process again and see if there's something going on there. So the first time I was like, well, that did nothing. So I tried it again and I stuck it in and it goes zzz. That's all it did. Zzz, like little noises came out. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's the air in his belly, right? And then, so it kind of like makes this whistle sound where you know that now they're getting at least gas relief. So I did it the first couple times and had gas relief. And maybe like a little dribble, a poo came out. Like all of a sudden, like you like tap it out. Like there's a little bit of poo that came out. Then, you guys, here's what's really cool about the Windi. When your baby's really actually having a difficult time going to the restroom, like I had, so Q poos, he poos 3 times a day normally. And we had a night where John changed his diaper, poop, and then nothing the next day, nothing the next night. We're into the next day. So now it's been like 36 hours. And I know they say some poopies, like babies poop, some boobies pape, whatever. Some babies poop, you know, whatever, once a week. That's an article I read. I said, that's ridiculous. Like, I do not want my baby only pooping once a week. That's way too much shit in his body, quite literally. So let's see what we can do to help the little process. Did all that. Did this, and actually the first really good one my mom did on her own. We just did another one to him and it was like fantastic. But they do this little like guy and a little bit of poop drizzled out, right? A little bit of gas, and then like after that you go back and you start rubbing again and you push again. Now the little tushy's open, right? And they're ready to really let her rip. At least Quincy was. So second one, this can get messy, and you guys are thinking, do I need this much details? You do, because it might happen to you, okay? So second one, rub. You can feel like his little hard belly. You push his legs up. You have the lube on here and you push it in again. And I kid you not, pull this sucker out and a cup of liquid came out my little boy's butt. A cup of poop was in his body, came out, okay? Like, can you imagine for that teeny tiny human, the quantity that was taking in their being now that it came out of their tushy? Today we just did it again because that was yesterday. His tummy has been hurting, and undoubtedly, like this time, maybe he had like a quarter of a cup, but you could really tell that he had relief. He was smiling afterwards because he just needed to get the shit out. So, do I like the Windi Frida? Yes, I do. I like the entire Fridababy line. I guess they have some sort of brush or something. I didn't buy that. Recommendations is going to be, if you guys are Frida-ing it up, get the 4-pack of all of them, because otherwise you're like me and you get like one and then you go to the store just for the Windi and they don't just have the Windi and you need to buy the 4-pack, but you already have the nail Frida and you already have the nose Frida and you don't need to, okay? So just get the 4-pack if you're going to do it. Try each one of the items. Make sure that you're doing a lot of like the warm and good massaging for that. And if you try it once and there's nothing, that's probably because your baby didn't have like anything. But if you see that they're uncomfortable again, give it another shot. Make sure that you're not hurting them. Be very gentle with them. But just imagine how good they feel afterwards. So, postpartum with Fit Coach. Do I like the Windi Frida? Hell yes, I do. If you guys want more information about health, which is what I usually talk about, or workouts, or mindset, or all that good stuff, subscribe below. But also, now I'm talking about baby stuff because I had a baby. So, postpartum with Fit Coach. Hope you guys have a delightful day, and may you all have a good shit today. That's right, even your baby. All right, bye guys.